Also a lot to talk about with the traffic and transit. Here's traffic reporter Guy Stanier, who lays it all out for us.
That's right, Natalie. It's going to be a busy day due to the New Jersey Transit strike. Rail service completely suspended statewide. Now, if you can't work from home, buses are going to be your best option. Rail tickets will be cross-honored on buses as well as light rail until further notice. Riders can take an Amtrak Northeast Regional train from Trenton, Princeton, New Brunswick, Metro Park, Newark Liberty, as well as Newark Penn into New York's Penn Station, though Amtrak is not cross-honoring New Jersey Transit tickets. Another option, riders can use the Hudson Link buses from Suffern, Spring Valley, the Palisades Mall, as well as a few other locations to connect to Metro North at Tarrytown and White Plains. Metro North will cross-honor Pascack Valley and Port Jervis Line tickets. If you decide to drive to work, taking a live look outside at the George Washington Bridge, traffic moving well at the inbound upper and lower levels. No delays at all three Hudson River crossings. Alternate side parking is in effect today citywide. Mary and Natalie, back to you.
All right, Guy, thanks so much. And now more on our breaking news this morning. New Jersey Transit Railroad engineers have walked off the job, leaving commuters scrambling for alternate options.
They walked off the job just after midnight and are now setting up picket lines. Elijah Westbrook covers transportation for us. He's live at New Jersey Transit headquarters in Newark. Elijah, so what are we hearing from NJT and union officials now the talks have broken down?
Well, Mary and Natalie, for starters, as you know, it's just after 4:30 in the morning, and there behind me, you're looking at a small group of locomotive engineers who have walked off the job. It's about 3 of them standing just outside New Jersey Transit headquarters. It's possible throughout the morning and throughout the day we could see more, but this is all because members of the union here are at odds with transit over pay raises, saying that other rail agencies pay their engineers more. The walkout you're seeing now comes after the latest round of negotiations on Thursday did not result in an agreement. Now, workers say they haven't had a pay raise in about 5 years. And New Jersey Transit has said that the union walked away from the last deal, which was $49.82 an hour, 10 cents less than Long Island Railroad engineers. But the union says that's misleading, as LIRR engineers work without a contract. They also took the issue to Washington earlier this week to meet with a federal mediator. NJ Transit CEO Chris Kolari described the conversations as, quote, constructive, adding that any deal must be fair. But the union still pushing back, and leaders say at one point they were close to a deal. Let's listen to what all sides are saying about this strike.
This is not something that we undertake lightly. We completely understand the impact that a strike can and will have on all the commuters of New Jersey. But ultimately, let's be clear, this rests at the feet of New Jersey Transit. They could have avoided this. They could have avoided this for the last 5.5 years.
We must reach a final deal that is both fair to employees and at the same time affordable for New Jersey's commuters and taxpayers. Again, we cannot ignore the agency's fiscal realities.
Any deal we strike must be fair and fiscally responsible.
Now, we've been warning commuters about this potential strike. Right now, rail service is fully shut down, as well as Metro North's west of the Hudson Line. It's the state's first transit strike in more than 40 years. Back out here live, the Friday morning commute could be difficult for the thousands of riders who rely on the rail agency. This as its contingency plan doesn't kick in until at least Monday. That's the very latest at this time. From Newark, Elijah Westbrook, CBS News, New York.
That's right, Elijah. Those hundreds of thousands of commuters trying to figure out what to do this morning. They are now scrambling.
Yeah, Christina Fan joining us live from Hoboken with a look at some other ways to get to where you're going this morning. Christina.
Well, Mary and Natalie, good morning. For the 350,000 commuters who rely on NJ Transit to get to their final destination every day, today is going to be a huge logistical nightmare. As Elijah just mentioned, the agency does have a contingency plan in place, but it's not going to kick in until next week. And even when it does, it will only be able to accommodate a very small fraction of its commuter base. Your best bet today, officials say, is to work from home. At Hoboken train station, the tracks are empty as union members picketed nearby on day one of the NJ Transit strike. Tens of thousands of commuters left to figure it out on their own as train service came to an abrupt halt just after midnight across New Jersey.
Well, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a disaster.
I'm not even planning to come in, so I'm taking a day off.
NJ Transit says it will be providing some limited relief, but it won't begin until next week. Starting Monday, the agency will enhance bus service on 19 existing New York routes near rail stations. It will also contract with private carriers to operate bus service from 4 regional park and ride locations during peak commute times. But officials warn the additional service will only handle about 20% of daily train riders.
It's going to be so overcrowded, you're not going to get a seat.
There's no way I can take a bus or anything, like it's going to take me too long.
Until those contingency plans kick in, NJ Transit is strongly encouraging everyone to work from home. But for many passengers, working remotely is not an option.
Planning on carpooling. Yeah, a coworker of mine lives not too far from me, and so we're gonna just drive in together.
I did my research to see how I was going to get here on time.
Carol Chambers among those who had to map out her own backup plan.
I would have to go to Times Square and take the 129 bus to come to New Jersey.
And some other alternatives commuters can consider include taking the PATH, Amtrak, or ferry service. A quick reminder, though, that NJ Transit tickets will not be cross-honored by these other service providers, so make sure you budget extra time and money to purchase those new fares. Reporting live from Hoboken, New Jersey, Christina Fan, CBS News New York.
Christina, thank you. Now to Penn Station, where commuters are sounding off on the strike. Addie Guajardo is there joining us live. And Addie, what are you hearing?
Well, good morning, Mary. They have been urging commuters to work from home if that's at all possible, and that's because those trains came to a halt at midnight. Take a look at the screen right above me. Usually you see New Jersey Transit train times right up here along with those Amtrak train times. Right now, all you're seeing is Amtrak all the way down, and I want you to kind of follow me as I show you what's going on here. Usually those train times also on that screen behind me, that is completely blacked out right now. Not a single person in sight in this area where you typically see a number of New Jersey Transit workers. And over here at the ticketing station, right now these ticketing stations say out of service. That's because these trains, as you know, came to a halt, impacting more than 300,000 commuters today. Now, this is one of the locations where the New Jersey Transit engineers and supporters plan to picket. They're going to be expected to be here later today. Now, I did reach out to the organization, and they say that they have had opportunities, as in the companies had opportunities to come to the table and really reach an agreement, but they haven't. So we've been speaking to commuters, and commuters here tell us that this is a huge inconvenience, saying that these engineers should be paid a living wage.
Everybody needs a living wage so that they can survive, and they take us back and forth each day. So I'm grateful for them, but this is what has to be done, unfortunately, because they need a living wage.
I think it's really annoying because it affects people coming here and back and here and back, and it's just not fair for us that need to take the train places.
Now, we'll be closely monitoring everything that's happening out here, but we also know that from commuters and what they're telling us, some are going to be arriving to this station and finding out that these trains with New Jersey Transit are shut down, so they're going to be scrambling to find an alternate route. Others say they might even explore the option of Uber, but as you know, Uber's probably going to be more expensive than what this New Jersey Transit train would cost commuters. Mary, back to you.
Addie Guajardo, thank you.
Our New Jersey Transit strike coverage continues all morning. We are going to try to help you navigate all these changes. We have a section on our website with the alternate routes, park and rides, and a look at which stations will cross on our tickets, plus how some Metro North commuters could be impacted. That's all there on CBSNewYork.com.